Alright guys, so this is a look at the TP-Link 24 port Gigabit desktop rack mount switch, model code TL-SG1024D. Now this is a very popular little switch for many reasons, but the main reason for a lot of people is it's quite a small form factor. So it's not a full-size rack mounted device. You do get brackets included if you did want to rack mount it into your network cabinet, no problems. But for me, I just needed a Gigabit switch which would basically serve me. Now I have quite a lot of Ethernet devices in the house, so for me 24 is kind of ideal. You can't really get an in-between, so it kind of goes 7. You gotta get 8 port switch. Obviously one of those ports is then occupied by the link to your router, so you only get 7 to play with. And the next step up is pretty much 24 ports. This was a great, picked it up for a decent price as well, which is always great. But my mistake was not really into what I wanted. So the reason why I got this as well is because I've just upgraded my NAS to a Synology, from a Synology to a QNAP. So I needed, my QNAP has got 4 1 GB ports on it. So you can link all 4 of those Ethernet ports into something called link aggregation, where you basically form 4 ports into one, get 1 IP address, and you get 4 lanes of traffic basically for 1 IP. So the 3 port is a lot better. But to do that, you need a managed switch, and unfortunately this is not a managed switch. This is a simple plug and play. Plug a Ethernet connection in, it'll talk to your router, get yourself an IP address, and off you go. So that's my own fault personally, but that's fine. I've now since corrected that with a Netgear switch. But for the most part, for the time I have been using it, it's been great. I prefer the lights indicators. On the Netgear one, the lights are kind of on the port itself, whereas this is kind of a lot easier to glance at. And also, it's pretty much a lot less dimmer. So for me, it's in the living room and it flashes away like mad sometimes. But there we go. So it is going to go back to eBuyer, but it has been superb. On the box, it does give you various little bits of description. I will show you, but there isn't really a lot to have a look at. It's a switch at the end of the day. So looking at the switch kind of tells you what you need to know. So it tells you all your IE standards, stuff like that. 24, 10, 100 and then 1000 GB LAN ports, and then yeah, half and full duplex, MAC address learning, and yeah, pretty much that. You've got jumbo packet support, so to forgetting those high packets in and out, which is always nice. So that was a look at that. Now what we're going to do is unbox this, guys. Now again, I have been a bit off YouTube for reasons. I mean, I've got a lot going on at the moment, so I'm going to give you this unboxing, but it's not a true unboxing. But at least it is an unboxing, eh? So let's have a look. So, as you can see, the form factor is quite small. It is fantastically small for the size. We'll just unpack it. Ta-da! You can see my hand is about the same size as it. Obviously you've got 24 ports, Gigabit Ethernet ports, and on here you've got your light indicators. Now the light indicators tell different things. So the top one is a link. So when it's solid green, there is a physical link between point A to point B. And then when it blinks, it means it's acting, so that's data being transmitted between the 2 devices. And then underneath the numbers is another set of lights which indicates whether it's Gigabit, 100 or 10. If it's Gigabit, it'll show green. If it's not green, it's either 10 or 100 megabits per second. And that's pretty much it. On the side, you just got a bit of ventilation. Obviously, you can see here there's some screw holes. That's for your adapter to get it to be a rack mount one. Got a little kettle lead adapter there. More ventilation. There's no fans in these because they are quite cool devices. And that's pretty much it. Now, on the bottom, it does tell you your serial number and your model code, and that's pretty much it. The feet you have to put on yourself if you want it. You obviously get some instructions, but again, as they are plug and play, there's not a lot more to it, to be quite frank with you. And obviously here you've got your kettle lead cable and mounting adapters to get it to attach to a rack for business people who want to get this rack mounted. So guys, that is a quick unboxing of the TP-Link. There's not a lot to say about the switch. I used it for a good week and it's been very solid. Dealt with the traffic no problem at all. Where unfortunately it's been returned as it is not a managed switch. That is my mistake though. Thank you very much for watching.